The Kansas City Chiefs are undefeated. They knocked Brock Purdy off and the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. Everybody out there knows I have an issue with Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. But I watched that Lions-Vikings game on Sunday. What an incredible game that was. That felt like a playoff game that you and I and Josh all said on last Tuesday's show that was probably going to be a playoff-like atmosphere. Vikings take the lead early. Jared Goff again has another incredible game. David Montgomery goes down. Jahmyr Gibbs comes in. And the Lions, after that week 2 debacle against Tampa, Jalen, you know this, they finally decided, let's just use our power offensive line and run the football. But I want you to answer the question on the screen for me. Are they the best team in football besides Kansas City? I'll even go a step further. Do you think they are better than the Kansas City Chiefs?
Unbiasedly, absolutely. Unbiased, if I wasn't a Lions fan, I'd say absolutely. I'd say Jared Goff is firing on all cylinders. I'd say he's the best quarterback in football right now. I'd say if the season ended today, he'd be the MVP, no question in my mind.
I don't know about that. You know why I'll say that? Because he doesn't have, I get it, statistically, he's had a great season. The passing touchdowns are down. That's mostly because you guys run the ball in the end zone. So I agree with you. He's playing at an MVP level, but I don't know if stat-wise you can say he is the MVP. Right now, I'm giving it to Lamar Jackson personally.
You're giving it to Lamar?
Right now, yes. For 7 weeks of the season, after that horrible game week 2 against Vegas, he's been the best quarterback in football.
Who have they played? Who have they played to worry about? We've played a team that was 5-0, went to their house, and
they played Buffalo when they were 3-0 at home.
Okay.
They just they destroyed a really good Tampa team last night on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, but is Tampa really a threat to Baltimore? Come on.
Tampa's a threat to everybody in the NFC. I think Tampa's a top four team in the NFC. Tampa's a really good team. I mean, I think Tampa. I think if you put Tampa in Minnesota right now, I think Tampa's better. I think it's close. I think it probably depends on where the game is, but Tampa beat them in Minnesota last year.
Yeah, but that's what you said against the Lions. You said we were going to lose because it was in Minnesota, and look what happened.
Well, hey, listen, I said it could go either way.
Yeah, but you said just because of where it's at, I'm giving it to Minnesota.
Well, I also said I needed to see Detroit without Aiden Hutchinson, and my question got answered. You still have a decent pass rush.
We do, but honestly, I love this team. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, as the kids say. That's a big wrestling term, but I'm drinking. I've been drinking the Lions Kool-Aid, and now I think there's no doubt in anybody's mind and anybody who watches football, the Lions might be the best team in football.
Well, Jalen, you know this. Before the season, I predicted a Lions-Chiefs Super Bowl.
You did, and I'm hoping for it because I want to beat the brakes off Patrick Mahomes. Just to get some get back for you for what he did to Jalen Hurts.
The thing about Kansas City, Jalen, do you know the last time the Chiefs in total gave up 20 points in a football game?
Okay. Is this including Super Bowls?
This is including Super Bowls. The last time they gave up 20.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think. Was it against the Eagles?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it was. That was the last time they gave up 20. Was the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl against Philly. That's how good their defense is. I get Debo was out and Ayuk tore his ACL and, all McCaffrey, whatever. They made Brock Purdy look like the last pick in the draft.
You didn't say it right, Brandon. Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. I mean, they did. And so that's my thing. Do you realize Mahomes has more interceptions than touchdowns thrown this year?
He does. Yeah, he does.
They're 6-0. And by the way, it's like, who cares? They're stopping people. Now, earlier in the year they weren't, and you could have made the argument they should have lost to at least Cincinnati. Cincinnati had them. They always have them, and they find a way to lose in the last second. But I'm sorry, until somebody beats this team, I'm saying they're the best team in football. I get it. I love the Lions. I love Dan Campbell. I love their grit. I still would say give me Patrick Mahomes right now, slightly, just because if the game's on the line, I know Kansas City's going to make the point.
Get this. We're questioning if they're the best team in football, and if Patrick Mahomes is the same guy, and they're 6-0. But if any other team was 6-0, they're automatically the best team in football. But because Patrick Mahomes in the offense isn't performing the way they should, the question's up in the air is, are they the best team in football? Which, honestly, if you put the Lions, it's going to be another nail biter. Probably another field goal game. Just like I said on Championship Rings, I said, when we played Minnesota, this game coming down to a field goal. If we played Kansas City, it's coming down to a field goal. And probably a roughing the passer call, but that's besides the point.
Okay, so fans at Huntington Bank Stadium on Sunday cheered the injury to Deshaun Watson. But to be honest with you, Jalen, I didn't think they were cheering the Watson injury. I thought they were cheering the fact that number 4, who is probably going to be on the massage table with one leg again, if you know what I mean, is no longer going to be the Cleveland Browns quarterback. And, they're going to Jameis Winston. Who cares? They already traded Amari Cooper. The season's over. I mean, we talked about this last week. They may end up 1-16. I don't know, but what was your reaction to the Deshaun injury?
A lot of mixed feelings, just because as a man, you never want to see another man go down. As a guy who loves sports, as anybody who loves sports, man, woman, female, child, you hate to see a player go down. I always hate it, no matter who it is. If it's Aaron Judge on the Yankees, if he goes down with an elbow, you're not going to see me in the guards in Progressive Field clapping. You're not going to see that because
you're a better man than me, because I'd be cheering from the high heavens.
Oh boy, oh Brandon, oh boy, I just don't like injuries. I get it. I get it, especially a lot of females that I've spoke to since the trade went down. They were very unhappy with the trade. But man, it's tough to see someone go down, especially when they're battling so much on the field and off the field, going down like that. I watched Jameis's interview, and I agree with a lot of it.
I'll tell you this, I disagree with what Myles Garrett said. He basically said Deshaun Watson's been a model citizen since he's been in the NFL.
He did say that. Miles. Are you getting,
buddy? Like there was a different way to say that, buddy.
Miles, have you been on the massage table next to Watson, buddy? Is that
Miles,
what's going on?
Have you been even in the game? Because I barely saw you on Sunday again. Do your one little impact in garbage time. But again, Jalen, let me tell you what my reaction was to this. As soon as he went down, I said one word: karma.
Yep.
That the football gods have a way of working out, and to me, that was karma. And
because no one even touched him. No, he took a step.
Yep. And I don't know if he's going to be in a Browns uniform again. I don't know if he's ever going to be in an NFL uniform again. To be honest with you, I don't care.
I will tell you this. Clean house.
Does that include Stefanski?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Brandon, you know how I feel about Big Kev.
I know. See, though, here's my thing about Stefanski, and I've repeated this over and over again on this show. You know I don't love Stefanski's in-game decision-making. I don't love his play calling and all that. But there is something to say about the guys do play hard for him, and they clearly do believe in him. And I don't think this was his decision to keep Watson out there. I think it's coming from upstairs. And so in that regard, I don't know. Again, sports isn't fair. Life isn't fair. Maybe everybody needs a new, fresh start. But I think Barry's the one that would go before Stefanski.
Absolutely not. How can you say that?
Because Andrew Barry's been a terrible general manager.
How?
What do you mean how? Name me one draft pick he's gotten that's actually
Denzel
been a
Ward.
good hit.
Did he not draft Denzel Ward?
He didn't know. Are you kidding me? That was what's his name?
Who
Dorsey.
was that? That was Dorsey. Okay.
Barry came in with Stefanski in 2020. It was the 2020-2021 draft. That was the draft that got David Bell, Anthony Schwartz.
Okay.
It's been that.
Okay. So my mistake. But I still don't think Barry goes before Stefanski. Are you kidding me? Stefanski's play calling is god awful.
Barry's the one that built the roster together.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. I don't care. This man can't call plays for shit.
Well, I agree with you, but again, I don't think he should give up play calling. I'll agree with you on that. Let's put it that way.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe Barry does go, but Stefanski needs to be in a hot seat. I don't care if he's 2-time coach of the year. Yeah, great. He took us to 2 playoffs. Fantastic. I don't care. I don't care. And one of those games we won, he wasn't even on the sideline.
All right, Jalen, speaking of coaching decisions, Mike Tomlin, did he make the right choice starting Russell Wilson over Justin Fields?
I can't speak on that yet. It's only been 1 week. He played the bum Jets. To quote Pat McAfee, bum ass Jets, bum ass Corbin. You like that? You like what I did there?
The Jets are bum ass Jets. That's for sure. They were up 15-3. They lost 37-15. How did that happen?
I know, and I put money on Rodgers.
Fewer offense that can't move the ball.
I get this. I put money on Rodgers scoring a touchdown in the second half. And
oh my god. I mean, the 2 interceptions completely changed the game. Russ did make a couple great deep throws to George Pickens. I will give him that.
He did.
But I don't know. I mean, they. By the way, that's where I predicted I predicted Pittsburgh would start the year like 6-2 or 6-3 and finish 9-8. Like, this is who the Steelers are.
Oh yeah. Oh, and their fan base loves this. They love it. They just scraping by the skin of their teeth and then blowing out bad teams. I don't care if you have Devontae Adams. I don't care if you have Jerry Rice on that Jets team. That Jets team ain't good. That Jets team
was a hole in Aaron's heart until he got Devontae. Then he felt so much better. He almost went back into the darkness again. I was sold on the Jets. I am so disappointed in myself.
You were sold. I went on Brandon Wolfman and Trey McDowell. You told me they were going to win a Super Bowl.
I was so sold on the Jets. Oh my god! No, I was sold this year when they added Mike Williams and when they made the improvements to the offensive line. I thought they would at least win the division. And
oh yeah, the division hopes are long gone.
That turned out to be a terrible pick. They're 2-5. They're a mess. Whatever. Listen, Pittsburgh's just gonna win. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. They're gonna find a way to win, play good defense, and whatever. We'll be 9-8 for another year. Yay! Over 500 record consistency.
Positive Mike Tomlin record, best coach ever.
I mean, here's the thing. I do feel bad for Justin Fields. As you know, he wasn't very good in Chicago. But, I mean, come on. The dude did not play, terrible enough to lose his job.
No, he actually played well. He played well, and they were winning.
And his coordinator's Arthur Smith, for crying out loud.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I
And by the way, Pittsburgh's got the Giants Monday night. How lucky are they? They get to beat up on both New York teams back-to-back weeks at home in primetime. NFL, why are we putting the Giants on so many primetime games? Why?
Why? Tell me this. Why wasn't Minnesota and Detroit or Sunday Night Football? Doesn't that sound much better than what we got?
Yeah. No, I don't know about that. That's a great point.